स्वभावचिन्मयानन्दं कृपापूर्णं जगत्पतिं हरिषड्वर्गजेतारं नित्यानन्दगुरुं भजे। स्वभावचिन्मयानन्दं कृपापूर्णं जगत्पतिम्.
Yesterday you expressed that when you going in front of the camera to be photographed, you are leaving your body. Could you please explain more what you mean with that? Which part of you is leaving? Since you don't have an ego, it is not that part. Since your consciousness is infinite and everywhere, it is not that part either. So which part is it? Understand, the answer I gave you from your angle. I should have used that word as an advice or as an instruction to you. Sometimes it looks too condescending. That is the reason I have to use the word as if I am doing it. I should have replied, when you go in front of the camera, you leave your body. Instead of that, I just use the word I leave the body. I cannot leave the body. Let me finish the question. I'll answer completely. Is it not the vibration of the divine energy that a photograph should capture? If it is a good photograph, please explain. I am confused. Understand, I cannot leave the body because I left long before. Let me give you a story. Not just story, the truth. There was a great master in Madhya Pradesh, Pune, Nisaradatta Maharaj. Maybe some of you would have heard or read his books. Very beautiful book, I Am That. Great master. I can say one of the real fruit from the tradition of Ramana Maharshi. Understand, masters like Ramana Maharshi and all may not initiate disciples directly as I do, but they do the work of initiation. They may not publicly tell that somebody is initiated by them, disciple and all those things, but they do the work. Nisaradatta Maharaj was one of the person initiated through the darshan or divine connection by Ramana Maharshi. Just a wonderful being. Somebody asks Bhagavan to Nisaradatta Maharaj, Bhagavan, you say enlightened beings do not have karma, then how are you moving your body? You cannot even move your body without having karma. Understand? You need to have some karma, only then you can even move your hand or you can talk. He is asking Bhagavan, you say enlightened beings do not have karma, but how you are talking? How you are working? He said, I am not doing anything. The disciple says, no, you are not understanding my question. How you are talking to me, even that is a work. How you are talking to me if there is no karma? Bhagavan says, I am not misunderstanding, you are misunderstanding. I am telling you, I am not talking to you. Very difficult to talk to these guys. I understand many times what my disciples go through. Nisaradatta Maharaj says, no, I am not talking. Disciple was really confused because he is talking and he is saying, I am not talking. And another big problem, we have to believe they are talking the truth. We can't say, why are you lying? No. That is another difficulty. Disciple was completely confused. He asked, Bhagavan, please explain. You are talking and you say you are not talking. And then Maharaj says beautifully, understand, because there is a movement in you you think there is a movement in me. You can never understand talking can happen without any movement in the inner space. That is why you think when the sound comes out of my mouth also there is same kind of a movements in my inner space. Maharaj says, in you never had a time or a moment where your body or your mouth can move without your being moving. In me, I have experienced my body or mouth or even mind, anything can move, but inside me, my inner space, nothing moves. Understand? Having such a strong, clear peace inside you, even your thoughts cannot disturb. That is enlightenment. I wanted all of you to understand. Do not think enlightened masters don't have thoughts. I can say the space is so big, it is negligible part. In normal mind, if you have 10-acre mind, all 10-acre is jumping like a zoo. With an enlightened being, they have 1,000,000 acre, only 10 acre is zoo. In 1,000,000 acre, can you consider 10 acre being a zoo is something disturbing? Some movement? No. It is negligible. Practically, which is not there. It just no more. It is not there. That is why Ramana Maharshi says, for normal persons, I am body. For enlightened being, I am also the body. It's not that the idea that I am body disappears, it just expands. I am also the body. This is also part. So I have nowhere to go. It's a very important thing. Judging the masters based on their movement, physical movement, is the worst thing can happen to a disciple. Because he will judge master's action from his idea. If he does that particular action, what logic will go through in his head? He thinks that same logic is going through in his head. Especially the people who live around few days or few years or who claim, I know Swamiji for so many years. That's a big problem. That's a big problem. I always tell people, these people who claim, I know Swamiji for so many years. What do they know? Nothing. First of all, they don't know themselves. And they think they know me. They think with their logic, the logic with which their head functions, with the same logic, my head is also functioning. If the same logic, with the same logic, if my head is also functioning, then why I am sitting here and why you are sitting there? No. There is no logic which you can understand logically with which master's system functions. There is no logic with which you can understand logically the master's systems function. But slowly, you see, same way only he walks, same way he talks, same way he eats, same way he laughs, sometimes much more than us, and almost looks same. You start thinking the inner space, inner programming is also same. That is where you miss. That is where you miss. Inner programming is not same. That is where Nisargadatta Maharaj says, I am not talking to you. He says, what you understand by the word talking is not happening in me. Just I am reflecting the movements which is happening in you. Whatever you want to see, you are seeing it in this body. Like a mirror reflecting. People come and ask me, Swamiji, many time I feel you are talking exactly to me, directly to me. It is not the public discourse. You know you are talking only to me. They asked me, how do you read? Did you read my mind? And are you answering all the questions which I am having? Did you read my mind? I tell them, first thing, I never do that job because I respect your privacy. Second thing, who want to waste time with all the nonsense which goes on in their head? Neither I am interested nor I am willing to read somebody's mind. What exactly happens, the presence of the master is so intense. Any mind which comes and sits in front of it, just by the very presence heat, your questions are answered. That's all. Whatever questions you carry, just the answer comes out without even me logically reading and answering. Many times, I ask people to talk so that they will understand what their problem is, not for me to solve. Because the master's mind, enlightened mind, does not work with the logic with which your mind is working. If you think the enlightened master's logic work in the same way your mind is working, you miss the whole truth. You miss even the master. You will not be able to understand the truth. You will not be able to raise yourself to his level. You will bring him to your level. In the Vedantic tradition, there is a tradition, once a disciple is initiated, he also is respected. The master himself will do puja to the disciple, will do all the respects. In India, whenever we have the healing initiation, after they are initiated into healers, after the initiation, they will all be made to sit in the stage. Just like how the Guru Puja is done to the master, I'll put garland for them and pour the water, and just like Guru Puja, I'll do puja to them. After the puja, as per the tradition, I am supposed to do namaskar to the disciples, and after the healing initiation, I used to do that. After the healer's initiation, once all the disciples were made to sit, I offered the garland, flowers, and Arati, and did Sashtanga Namaskar. It will be very emotional and strong movement where the disciples will have the shock. And I have seen many disciples just open up and explode into such a strong, deep ecstasy experience. Just the master respecting. Because your unconscious gets shaken. If that kind of a person is respecting, means there is something in me also. I should look into it and let that come up. Let me experience that divinity. But some fools miss the whole truth, the whole game. One lady, a little egoistic, and she said, yes, he can do namaskar to me. What is there? After all, he is my grandson's age. After all, he is my grandson's age. I am elder to him. He can do the namaskar and touch the feet, nothing wrong. Then anyhow, she made the comment, and after all the programs are over, I told her, when I do namaskar, I try to raise you to my level. But you are trying to bring you to your level. Bring me to your level. If she realized this divine being, if he is showing so much respect to me, it means now I am also divine. If this is the thought process, you raise yourself to the master's level. That is what is expected. By you having that knowledge and that initiation, now you are expected to radiate live the enlightenment, live the spiritual knowledge in your life, show that love and compassion and enlightenment in your life, then you raise yourself to that level. But when you start thinking with your logic, the dirty, ugly, old, idiotic logic, then naturally, instead of you raising you to my level, you bring me to your level. You bring me down to your level. Understand? Never ever apply your logic and judge, pass comment to the master's actions. Afterwards, I called and told her, you missed the whole thing which was supposed to happen in that one moment. I have seen. It is such a strong moment, such a strong experience, because your whole unconscious has to believe. See, giving a statement through the action is totally different. It is so powerful than giving a statement through words. Even if I say verbally, you are divine, you think, okay, one more word, all right. I think he tells that every day what to do. Maybe that is his business and this is my business. Does not go deeper than the ears. But when you are really shown that respect which is given to the divine, suddenly it's like a whip to your unconscious. You have to awaken. You have to look what is going on. God, whom we respect as Master and Divine, He is respecting us back, or He is falling at our feet. What is going on? How can I be qualified? If at all we have little sensitivity, how to respond? That shock, suddenly you will realize, yes, it is the respect given to the teaching and initiation. Let me carry that in my heart and grow it. It is not respect given to the identity, old logic which I was carrying in my head. Me means my name, my person, my profession, my all habits and thinking style and my inner infrastructure. No. It is the respect given to my initiation, my knowledge, my new inner space, my new software. Let me start expressing it in my life. Let my inner software become hardware. That is the whole spiritual practice. All these teachings are like a new inner software put inside your system. If you just practice it, that will become part of your hardware. That will become part of your bio-memory. Then you are living enlightenment. That's all. The whole struggle is only till it expresses, opens itself and becomes part of your bio-memory, your hardware. These are all the techniques where masters try to awaken that inner software and making it as a part of your hardware. If you judge master's software with your software, corrupted software, you will miss you and master. There won't be any growth. There won't be any explosion. There won't be any possibility for the ultimate. So, your logic is different. Master's logic is different. Look the things through his logic. As you are asking, my part cannot leave. I am complete. There is nowhere to go. Only ordinary person's parts can leave. Instead of using the condescending words way, I just expressed in a very simple way. That was the reason I was telling. Just move out of the body. I can say, moving out of the body is one technique, or completely becoming aware of the body is another one technique. Both can bring grace to you. Only being off is dangerous. If you completely become aware of your whole boundary, it will bring so much grace. Or if you completely become witness to your whole body, again it will bring so much grace. But the difficulty is of you are aware and of you are unconscious. That is where the problem is. Completely if you become aware, conscious of even a simple action, ordinary action like a sneezing, it can lead to enlightenment. I can say, you may be surprised, what sneezing can lead to enlightenment. Actually, today's sutra is that only. Mahadeva is saying, sneeze to enlightenment. No, literally he is saying,